You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. Good morning, Weirdo.
Good morning, Beef.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you for tuning into the show on this beautiful Tuesday, September 27th. We have a lot to get to today. Tons of giveaways and a tap out because it's Tuesday. We're going to have Lindy from Thunder Bacon Burger Company in studio, and I know that you can't do the gluten, so
No,
maybe he's gotten some gluten-free options here for you. But
that
I know
would be fantastic.
Yeah, I know he'll stuff our faces. And then we have tickets to give away galore. So we're going to be giving away tickets for Jack White around 7 o'clock this morning. We're going to be giving away tickets for Apocalyptica a little bit later on.
Ooh.
Yeah, got to give away tickets to the Tucson Reptile Amphibian show. And then we're also going to be giving away tickets to Terror in the Corn. So all that and more. And the first pair of tickets actually going to come up here in just a couple minutes. And I won't let you know which ones, so don't start calling until I announce it. But first, our thoughts are with Florida, Cuba, everything else is we're starting to finally get hurricanes. Now, this season has been very weird because we didn't get that many hurricanes. And people were like, when's it coming? Because, obviously the way that our weather pattern's been acting lately, in the last 10 years, they continue to get more extreme. Now they finally have Hurricane Ian, which is hitting Cuba as we speak, and it's going to be making its way inside the Gulf of Mexico towards Florida, Tampa Bay area, right?
Yep.
So with that, though, Floridians are scrambling, and they're clearing out all the grocery store shelves. They're getting all the wood and the water and, trying to get out of town. And there was a public state of emergency saying, hey, if you're in this area, leave. There's no reason to stick around. Go.
Yeah, get out.
Yeah. And what's crazy about it is you would think if you live in Hurricane Alley that you would already have some of these things already loaded up. Like, right? I mean,
Right.
I feel like if I lived in Tampa Bay or any place that could get directly hit by a hurricane and know that there's going to be situations where you might be a week without electricity or water, to invest in these things like a little safe room, right? Where I got tons of like powdered meals and big jugs of water and tons of toilet paper. But people don't necessarily plan ahead like that, even if they've been through this scenario over and over again. And that seems like what most people who live to Florida, they're not all first timers, right? This is not their first hurricane.
Right.
But at the same time, they still scramble very last minute. It's very like human nature-ish, it was odd to me.
Right. Or have the backup plan of like when you need to leave, have somewhere to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's easier said than done, I guess. Money is a big issue. If you have money, then you have options. If you don't have money, you don't. So I can understand that. I can relate to that the most. But at the same time, if I see it coming, and I'm out. Even if they don't even announce it, and I feel like next week they're gonna do a state of emergency. I'm out.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, I was gonna be out of the show this week because right now, throughout the building, we have a COVID outbreak.
What?
Yeah, throughout the building, we have a COVID outbreak. Don't worry, weirdo. I don't talk to anybody in the building. So that's the good news. But right now, there's 9 employees in this building that have the COVID, apparently. And, since it's like state law, blah, 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 it's all anonymous. So everyone's a suspect. I'm looking around this building. First off, looking for who's patient 0, who brought it in this building. And then secondly, I'm seeing who's here and who's not. And I'm like, oh, this person didn't show up today. They definitely got the COVID.
Look at you over here being Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah.
It.
I'm trying.
Deducing.
Yeah, because they won't give out the list of who has it. I need to know who to actively avoid for the next 10 days. And as I'm saying it, my voice starts getting more groggy.
Just back up.
It's too late. You're in the broom closet. You're doomed.
That is true.
Yes, but the more people I don't see around the building and stuff, I just write them down. I have this little pad and paper of my potential COVID suspect list, And it's a long list, and there's not that many employees here. In fact, I just threw a couple names of people who just stopped by and won tickets. But I'm writing down the list and I'm eliminating, and it's like, ooh, if I don't see Razor today, I wonder, right?
Using that investigative journalism to its finest.
Yeah. Where's Robin Nash been? That's a good question. I'll stalk her a little bit later on the Facebook at Robin Nash. Okay, and I'll get to the bottom of it, weirdo. And again, somebody's
Rico
gonna answer it. Well, Rico is gone, but he's in LA.
That is true.
Yeah. So anyways, but it's going around everywhere, and hopefully that you could avoid it. And if you don't avoid it, hopefully you could deal with it properly and it doesn't affect you too much, and you can get back to living your life at some point in time. But we still have those kind of COVID regulations where everything gets shut down once COVID enters the building, and it's entered the building full force. So honestly, I might start licking doorknobs just to get a vacation. I don't know.
Please don't.
Yeah. I was like, over the weekend, I'm like, I feel like I'm feeling under the weather. And, my girlfriend's like, fingers crossed. Let's hope.
Maybe have a few days off.
Yes, but nope. Still no temperature. Still no cough. Still no nothing. That's all right. Well, let's go lick some doorknobs, get ready for the morning moron, and let me give away a pair of tickets right now. If you guys want to treat yourself to the Tucson Reptile and Amphibian show, which is a great time. It's educational time, just fun, a good date night experience, whatever the case. Give me a call right now. We'll do caller number 10, 600 KFMA. That's 600-5362. Caller number 10 will get a pair of passes to be my first winner this morning, but definitely not the last. We're spreading the wealth all morning long. We got your morning moron coming up after Papa Roach. Oh, the COVID's coming.
Jesus.
These Red Hot Chili Peppers is under the bridge. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Don't go away. You get that sales meeting there, Tristan. Go get that money. Email me later. Make sure they're doing their job, Tristan. And if you need me to kick anyone in the ass, I got my shoes on.
Eat that burger in front of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Eat the one I couldn't eat.
For sure. All right, we are back here live on the podcast broadcast. We're, of course, joined by Lindy from Thunder Bacon Burger Company. He was telling us a crazy story about 4th Avenue yesterday. There was just a guy he had to check. And it happens. And that's all I guess we'll say about that. I don't want to incriminate you. But you didn't do anything illegal in my mind.
I politely escorted him to the ground and suggestions that he leave the avenue.
Yeah.
It's just, merely suggestive manners.
Knowing a lot of owners on 4th Avenue, I'm sure they appreciate it.
Yeah,
you have to do it. Usually, you see, the homeless people around the area, which of course it's a problem. It's an epidemic all over the country and stuff. And people have empathy because these are human beings. But at the end of the day, like, what are the solutions? We don't really know what the solutions are going to be. But most of them, for the most part, mind their own business, but sometimes they'll get crazy. And I remember one time, actually, I was just getting off on Grant. This guy comes by, right, and just stops right in front of my car and just flips me off and just holding a bird right in my face. And I'm just like, that's not how you get $1 from me, you dumb fuck. Like,
I don't know, but if I knew that was you in front of me, I would have given him 5 right after.
I know,
I'm posting this. Thanks.
Yeah, you listen to the show, do you? I know that guy. That's hilarious. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're hanging out on the podcast broadcast with Lindy and Weirdo. You can join us youtube.com/bevegan or any of our Facebook pages. We have a lot to cover on this podcast broadcast, including some viral videos and headlines coming up next. We could either talk about foods that would destroy your sex life, or PETA telling people to not bang meat eaters. And I can tell you why that's a bad idea, more so. And actually, we're going to talk about the PETA thing next because, Lindy came in with delicious burgers that Weirdo couldn't eat because of all of her dietary restrictions. And she's part of the problem. So we're going to break that down after Lincoln Parks, What I've Done on Rock 102.1 KFMA. But we're keeping the conversation moving on youtube.com/bevegan. Join us there. Hit us up in the comments and subscribe. Hit that smash button or smash the hit button. I don't know.
Let's smash.
Clear. All right. Yeah, I had to sound extra dumb at one point. It's on brand.
Is this where PETA's going to come out with a strong campaign about eating pineapple?
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta change that song too. All right, mix things up. Yeah, they want women to go on sex strike, with meat eating men. So essentially, they're just basically saying, "Hey, women, be lesbian," and that's unfair.
I mean, like women just across the board, or
Yeah.
just, oh,
Yeah, all women. So we're going to break that down. And then I also have an interesting study about vegetarians that compared to meat eaters. So it kind of like puts it right in their face like, hey, if you want to be with a man who doesn't eat meat, that's great. But just know that this will probably be the case as well. And will you be attracted to said man?
all I want to do is be in the video with the guy that's been going around that's eating like meat at one of the vegan rallies in some city.
Yes, I saw that guy.
And he's getting screamed at, and I'm just like, oh man, I want to be there with you eating meat.
Right. I just want to go and support.
They were so mad
Doing
at that
the
guy.
Lord's work.
He was
there.
loving it. It was
Uh-huh.
hilarious. And like, honestly, like if that's the way you want, that's fine. But don't turn it into some kind of religious crusade. Give me a break.
Mhm. And that's the problem a lot of people have with PETA, the organization and stuff, is the extremism about it. It's either all or nothing. It's like, come on, man. How about we compromise? I do like a meatless Monday. Thunder Bacon Burger Company's closed on Monday. It'll be easier for you to do, right? So
That's funny. We actually are having discussions about opening up for short run on Mondays, just for our industry people that that are closed Mondays too, that can't come in. So
you're talking about for lunch or for dinner or like late night?
yeah, it's kind of like where
That's the debate.
you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
So it's, if you have the day off, then
That's true. That is a very industry thing. And you went to Knife Fight last night, right?
I did.
So give us a heads up. Who's going into the finals? Do you know?
It's Kiri, who is last year's champion.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then Jake, he is actually from House of Bards.
Okay. House of Bards. Yeah, that's crazy too, because House of Bards were
Really?
they have a kitchen?
Okay. So
Oh, they do. And I have a
the
story.
food that he is putting out is far beyond like this. Yeah.
Then
Like,
House
what
of
would you
Bards-
expect?
Yeah, so he's not
Yeah.
working at the right place, basically.
No, he is. Yeah. Not to say that the food's not good there, but this guy's skill set is like he needs to be somewhere where he can really push this stuff out.
Yeah.
Right. He's on a whole nother level. And
Yeah.
stuff. And I've talked to Chef Gary about this, and if he's watching, shout out Chef. But I was like, do these chefs take this as an opportunity to recruit talent? Like restaurant owners, keep an eye on it. Like, this seems like a guy that should be like swooped up and be like, come work.
That's
for me.
funny because I actually messaged somebody about that very thing last night. I'm like, hey, if you're looking, I think I got somebody that might throw your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So-
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking with Lindy for Thunder Bacon Burger Company, talking about the finalists for Knife Fight, which is going down next Monday at the Monica.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm going to have Chef Gary and Michael in studio for that, and I'll be a judge for that as well. I look forward to it every year. That's where I get to eat the most delicious food.
Yeah, actually, last night was so good. I judge every now and then for
Yeah.
this. And I'm glad.
So were you a judge last
Yeah.
night?
No, actually,
Okay.
last night would have been a great night to judge, but also like
Very difficult, right?
very difficult. I don't know if I would have. I just would have been so happy there eating.
Yeah.
I would have forgotten to score things.
Yeah.
The dishes were looking really good. Everybody was on their game, and it was really tight on the scoring.
It is
So,
tough, and there is a lot of pressure there because you don't want to screw someone over. And me being like an amateur foodie, right? There's nothing like expertise about me except for the fact that I've been overweight my entire life. That's what makes me kind of like know what tastes good. But I keep getting invited back, and I feel like I'm pretty fair and accurate when looking at to score, but a lot of pressure. And good luck to the finalists. Look forward to that next Monday. Speaking of food, PETA, the organization, that's PETA, that's People Against Ethical Treatment of Animals, or People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, but they're one or the other, right? They're encouraging women to go on sex strike with any man who eats meat. So just men in general, right? So this is a brutal thing. This is something that they say they're willing to do, to go to extremes to save the world. And this time, to save the world, they're urging men to go on strike, or urging women to go on sex strike against men, as if like that won't lead to more violence and turmoil in the world. Just a bunch of guys who aren't getting laid. PETA's German division claimed that eating meat is a symptom of toxic masculinity, and it's bad for the planet. Now, do you eat meat? You eat meat, weirdo.
I do.
Okay, but
I do.
would you agree with them that eating meat is a toxic masculinity trait?
No.
Right.
No. The second somebody tells me not to have sex, I'm like, I don't need to be your friend.
Right.
Yeah, like go away.
Yeah. So PETA also points to a study that found men cause 41% more greenhouse gases because, when we eat the beef, we like to toot it out. And primarily because they eat more meat. So that's their scientific reason and evidence that toxic masculinity
Yeah, I'm going to stay
harms
quiet on that
the
one.
climate. Yeah.
You're not allowed to talk to my wife.
Right.
That's funny. Oh, you're emitting greenhouse gases all the time? Yes.
I just try to keep the family safe and go outside and make a phone call or something. So
Right. Now, here's the thing. Like, do you think dudes really pick a steak over having sex if they were forced to choose? I would say, like, it depends on the day. And if my girlfriend's like, hey, I know you got that steak and lobster set up for your Sunday night feast. Instead of that, have some tofu and I'll have sex with you. I'll be like, I already had sex with you.
Yeah.
I really want that steak and lobster.
stuff will be good on Monday too.
Yeah.
Yeah. My boyfriend be like, what's the cut of the steak?
Yeah,
He would totally ask.
Mhm. Now, here's the counter PETA's sex strike proposition. A new study said vegetarians are depressed twice as often as meat eaters, right? The study surveyed over 15,000 people ages 35 to 74 over a 6-month period. And researchers say that, they found links to depression, and the people who were depressed were likely vegetarians. And it wasn't a nutrient deficiency thing or anything. It just were more depressed, and scientists don't know why. And I think it's because they have to be very careful on what they eat and be selective and choosy and bitchy, and it's difficult, right? No?
I just, to me, it just comes down to like, why does it have to be so, like, why does it have to be a line drawn? Why can't you just like, hey, I just don't eat meat.
Right.
And then funny, I was having a conversation with somebody the other week about this because we're always trying to make our veggie patty better.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, why are we always trying to make vegetables like meat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because we love meat so much.
Yeah.
And so it was funny, but also like I just, if you eat meat, great. If you don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
Then part of it's the challenge on my end.
Yeah.
And but you want to show up on my doorstep yelling at me about it, then I got a problem.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the double-edged sword there. So PETA, yes, you could say you won't sleep with meat eaters, but you'll sleep with a man who doesn't eat meat and is all depressed. Do you really want to sleep with the sad guy, or do you want to sleep with the happy masculine guy? I feel like you want to sleep with the happy masculine guy. I know that my girlfriend was a vegetarian when I started dating her, but we did compromise. She did love having some beef in her mouth.
Oh.
that was my little out joke. All right.
Yeah. So House of Bards, I have had their food. Now realizing when Mick Foley came to do his little one-man show thing with Dolph Ziggler and the whole bit, got to meet him, was fantastic, everything else. He didn't finish his food. And me and this other chick, he gave us his last 2 tacos or whatever. And, I'm just amazed. I'm like, I'm eating Mick Foley's leftover food, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was real good.
Yeah. I mean, my whole thing about that is like, if you would, if he had full reign, like, hey, why don't you just do whatever you want? I'd walk in that building and eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah, I didn't even realize that they had like food.
No, I know.
It's I believe I have seen the menu. Like I'm assuming it's just like kind of like a bar menu. So
there's a few things.
Yeah. So, but
shout out to House of Bards
honestly,
to try to get going.
Speaking on the man's skills, like it's not going to be bad, no matter what he does.
Yeah.
So it'd be he could make cereal. So
and you'd be like, yes.
Yeah. Actually, all the competitors last night, so they'd be like, here's Captain Crunch. Like, that's gonna be the best Captain Crunch ever.
Right.
So.
Yeah, my oldest, who works at Hacienda del Sol, line cook and pastry chef, they've been going to the knife fights and have been really enjoying it. They're 18.
Yeah.
And they're super, like, they are 100% dedicated to the restaurants and
David,
stuff. So
David is from Hacienda.
Yep.
Yeah. And he turned quinoa into a crepe last night. I was like, get out of here.
Right.
He turned quinoa into a grape?
Crepe.
Oh, crepe. Okay.
I mean,
it wasn't wizardry.
Let's go here.
Gold.
Yeah. That's amazing. All right, let's go into this viral video. Now, this was removed from Reddit. I still have it, the link for it, but this is just a crazy example. You know how, here, I'll give you a beef tip before the end of the show. You know how to not accidentally say the N-word? By not purposely saying the N-word when nobody's around. Now, here's an example of a guy who obviously says the N-word when he's around his white buddies. But he had the most awkward exchange when he was going door to door trying to sell solar energy when he came across a black man who lived at a residence only a few doors down from him. In fact, they were neighbors. You have to hear this awkward and see this awkward video. Now, fair warning, explicit language, the N-word will be dropped, but listen to this fucking dipshit. So I'm like, be careful of language, all right? Check this out. He's up at his ring cam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for the guy to come out. Now, it's a black homeowner. He doesn't know this.
Are you showing the video or just the audio?
I'm doing both.
Oh.
Hello. Yes, sir. Hey, how you doing? Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm Fernando. I work at Pitt Energy. We're a few doors down. We're in 1845. Okay. So we do solar around here. We're just coming around talking to niggers. Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize, man.
Did you see that? All right, now not to go back to the N-word dropping, but like immediately this guy, and this is the 40 and slip of 40 and slips now again, right? The black guy's reaction was the best way to handle this. He's like, this conversation's over, and just walks away, right?
He definitely took the higher route there.
Yeah,
Yes,
he really did.
Yes. All right. Now the guy immediately is like, sorry about that, pats him on the shoulder. Like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh.
And I wonder if that guy's head the whole time he's like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
Right. Exactly. Now here.
But sit there and be like, don't say it. Like, it shouldn't be.
Right, that shouldn't have been
you're
a
used
thought
to saying
process.
it. Like, just
Yeah.
don't say it.
Right.
Period. No where, who or where you are.
And that's the deal, right? So this guy, this homeowner, obviously knows that this guy is a racist. His racism just showed, and there's no way around it. And the way that he tried to cover it up, and then keep in mind, he's going door to door trying to sell solar energy, so he's on the clock trying to make money.
Yeah.
And fuck that sale up.
Yeah.
But, all right, let's watch this replay again of his instant embarrassment, knowing exactly what he did. Oh, was heinous.
Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize, man. No, man, that wasn't even.
Yeah.
Just walk away.
Watch him.
Yeah.
And then the question is like sitting right there, like, I'm so stupid. No, so racist.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's a campaign I can get behind is dump your racist boyfriend.
Yes.
Yeah. Women can have that power of like, don't worry about with meat eaters. Don't sleep with the racists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and let it go. So we'll watch it one more time without interruption, just so you can see how it completely unfolds and is immediate. Like, and I'll do full screen so you can see his face where he's like, oh. And again, this dude, this homeowner, just no, just turned around, walked away, like not dealing with your dumb shit today. All right, so yeah, this is removed from Reddit because
And he pulls the neighbor card.
yeah,
It's like
And
that
the neighbor-
doesn't make it any better.
no, it does not. It just makes it even worse.
Hey, how you doing?
Full screen.
Hey, sorry
Watch
to bother you.
his
I'm Fernando. I work at Pitt Energy. We're a few doors down. We're in 1845. Okay. So we do solar around here. We're just coming around talking to niggers. Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize, man. No, man, that wasn't even.
No, man, that was even racist. I can't. That was one of those. Exactly. So now that it's out there, will he get fired? That's the question. Probably. It is out there on the internet. I'm pretty sure that it's spreading around. There was 3.8 thousand comments on this clip alone before the post was removed by the moderators because it was blatantly, heinously racist. But again, to recap, how do you not accidentally say the N-word in conversation? By not actually purposely saying the N-word in other conversations, right? If it's in your vernacular, then it's going to slip out. If it's not in your vernacular, you're not going to be like this dude and have this situation happen. So,
right.
What a moron.
Yep. That wasn't even our morning moron.
I
know. We did have a morning moron, and it was a decent one. Actually, no, it wasn't that good, but we did get weird with Weirdo.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And let me play her segment for you real quick. We got more with Lindy right after this. Stick around. We're giving away a pair of tickets for Jack White at 7:10 this morning, so be ready for that. It's only 25 minutes away, but first, it's 6:45. Time to get weird with Weirdo. Weirdo, what do you got in the news for us today?
I got a couple of things.
All right, what you got?
So let's say you found your perfect home at a perfect price, area, you love it. What would be a deal breaker that would make you walk away?
I don't know, if it smelled like ass and you couldn't get rid of that smell.
Yeah?
Yeah, or if it was too much of a, well, you said perfect home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty much just a transient with a house right now, so I have very low bar. But why, you ask?
All right. So there's a house for sale in Washington, D.C. that has an odd add-on, a row house at 746 Newton Place. That's right. Go hop on Zillow. Check it out.
Okay.
It's going just over $660,000, which,
Damn.
Sounds good. D.C. is an expensive area.
Right.
But it's got one hitch. The seller's cousin lives at the house.
Wait a second. So if they buy this house, it comes with a living person.
Yes.
And they can't do anything about that?
It says arrangements are being made to get him out of the property, but it's going to prove tough to allow entry.
He's got squatter rights?
I think so.
Oh, my God. $600,000. And you have to try to evict a person who won't leave that house. I don't think that's worth it. You need to knock off $200,000 off the top right off the bat.
Something.
Yeah, man.
Sweeten the deal a little.
Yeah, what's the deal with this cousin?
He is elderly with no resources and nowhere to go. So if you don't like guilt, this home is a hard pass.
Ooh, yeah, that's a hard sell. I will say this, though. I mean, yeah, he's elderly. It's almost like a human pet at that point. Yeah, okay, let's have a weird uncle just living in the wing of the house. If you don't have small children, then it's all good. Yeah. Even though, I don't know, elderly cousin. It seems too weird. That's like the beginning of a horror movie to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Start writing that script now.
Yeah. What other news you got in Let's Get Weirdo?
Well, do you have a pet that will devastate you when it dies?
No, it's too soon. My dog passed away about a year and a half ago. I'm still reeling from that loss.
Well, there is something you could do to pay tribute to that dog.
Oh, yeah? I already took a picture of it and put him on the plaque. What other suggestions are you making?
Well, Robin Mosscrop had a kind of cool idea. Devastated by the loss of her bull terrier, Bronson, and obviously was super bummed about it. Decided, hey, I'm going to get a tattoo.
Okay, yeah.
We see a lot of those tribute tattoos.
Right.
Yeah, but new twist, the dog was cremated, and she had his ashes mixed in with the tattoo ink.
No. That's gross, dude. You're basically putting the ashes of a cadaver in your body for the tattoo?
Good. Cadaver, good word.
Yeah,
good
I know.
Job.
I got a few words up my sleeve, but okay, but this is gross. So literally using the ashes from the cremation as the ink, and it's a portrait of the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was her tattooist boyfriend, George Ricketts, that gave her the unique tattoo. She had never heard of the idea, but actually it was the boyfriend, the tattoo artist, who had and spent 8 hours creating the realistic portrait of Bronson on her arm last December.
Yeah, it sounds like her boyfriend learned how to tattoo in prison. That's definitely a prison tattoo move. I could use ashes. All these MacGyvers. Still kind of gross. Would you be afraid that your dog or pet would possess you, or you would be carrying their soul around with your soul if you got the ashes tattooed into you?
I mean, that just takes furry to a whole new level.
It does.
It really does.
That's super gross, super weird. Thank you, weirdo. All right, coming up now in about 20 minutes, we're going to give you an opportunity to win tickets for Jack White. Jack White's performing this Friday in Tucson, so you don't have to drive 2 hours to Phoenix to see this legend live. Get ready for those opportunities to win those tickets, because we're going to play another game next and Beef Vegan Presents. Don't go away.
I like that you put the other one upside down. That was cute.
Yeah, well, that was
Adorable.
Powers. You know, shout out to Powers and his amazing graphic design. Keep an eye out here for, we're going to do our Build-A-Band. So all in the month of October, I came up with this concept of doing like fantasy sports, but with music, right? So what if you could pick, you're saying yes a lot, weirdo. Just
I know.
want to point that out. Yes, I know you're agreeing. I can see it in your eyes. All right, so, so what if you could pick out your ultimate musicians from all these great bands, create your own all-star supergroup? Who would it be? And we do different categories each week. The first week's going to be our lead singer week. So I'll show you the graphic that Powers put together for this, and it's brought to you by Nova Home Loans and the Volpe team. So shout out to them hooking it up here, which I'm super stoked about. And then Powers, you know, he was pretty passionate about this. So I put together the list of these. Oh, you got to take that call. Okay. I put together a list of these musicians here, these singers, and I just had them in regular order. And he's just like, I don't like the order. Like, you shouldn't have Chad against this, and blah, blah, blah.
I was going to say, you just really opened up a whole different kind of can of worms on that.
Why?
You know, I'm just saying, like, you know, people are, I think, more overly passionate, or not, I shouldn't say overly, are passionate about their music and their musicians. So therefore, even if it's in a friendly jest of like, you know, here's my super group, you know, you're going to, you know, start to take a number of everybody. It's just like, that sucks.
Oh, yes.
You know?
Yes. And this is somewhat of like an arrangement post as well, but an engagement post. And the idea is we're going to post these daily. So the first round will be Anthony Kiedis versus Axl Rose. I'm going to be asking people on the Facebook page and KFMA.com to pick between the two.
Prime or now?
Yeah, that's a great question.
90s or now?
You know, I'm going to say peak of both, you know. So obviously you'd probably pick Anthony Kiedis over Axl Rose now, because Axl Rose is like a bloated fish. But here's what the graphic looks like, which still looks good. And we're going to be doing this daily on our Facebook page, looking for votes and comments below. It'll increase our reach. It's a good way to kind of promote the show and the station while also our sponsor and have a fun interactive game. Now, the end goal is that we'll have the 4 musicians. That's all said, right? The lead singer, the bassist, the drummer, and the guitarist. And with the 4 musicians, we're going to put them together and then ask you to name that band. And whoever comes up with the best name will win a $500 Visa gift card. So, nice. Yeah, it's going to be a cool promotion that we're starting in October. 12 seconds, we're on the air. We're going to talk about Sweet Revenge. And there's a bunch of comments here on the Facebook page I want to share as well. So, and I give you a backstory as to why we're talking about this. Rock 102.1 KFMA, welcome back to Be Vegan Presents. We asked this question on our Facebook page. What's the pettiest thing you've ever done to get some form of stupid revenge? And the reason why I asked this question is because of the story that I'm going to share with you right now. There was a bitter dad caught peeing on his ex-wife's grave every morning after a 48-year grudge. Now, 48-year grudge, he's only 43 years old. His name's Michael Murphy. But a family used secret cameras to find the person who had been defecating and urinating on their mother's grave, and they were stunned to find out that it was actually her ex-husband. Yeah. And apparently this guy, they posted the incriminating video of this guy doing the deed, and he would visit every single night and defecate or pee on this grave in New Jersey. And he would just leave bags of poo or just straight up pee on her tombstone. And it's not explaining what the beef was. He was just so mad that even after she died, he wanted to continue to disrespect her memory. It's amazing, right? So I asked the question, what's the pettiest thing you've ever done to get some form of super revenge? And actually, it jogged a memory of what I did one time. That's pretty criminal. I was living with this dude, Josh. He's a friend of mine. He turned into a complete tool bag. He's in prison now because, you know, he's dumbass. So when I was living with him, he was the most inconsiderate, rudest roommate and just ended up becoming a dick. And he would always just like jack all my food or whatever, just constantly steal from me. And I was having problems. And when I would call him out on it, he'd deny it. And I'm like, okay, all right. Even though you're the only one living here, I know you're the one doing this stuff. So one day I decided to get a jug of orange juice. Josh loved orange juice. Okay. I took a little bit of that orange juice out. I urinated in it, and then I put it back in the fridge with a note saying, "My orange juice, do not drink." Right? One of the classic roommate moves. Okay. I have a note on it saying, "Do not drink. It's mine." All right. And then the next day I go in, I notice that my orange juice container is not as full anymore. He drank about 2 glasses of it. That's when I gleefully told Josh what I had done.
Yeah.
And he was mad, right? He's like, "How dare you? How could you do something?" I'm like, "I put a note on it, bitch. I said don't drink it. You should assume there's pee in it. I was doing you a favor and giving you a heads up, but no, you couldn't read." So
I am in you.
Yeah, I am. Exactly. So, we asked this question on our Facebook page. What is something that you've done for petty revenge? Someone said injected magnesium citrate into some orange chicken to keep someone from stealing my food in the future. Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah, I think there's the classic, The Office. Somebody's eating your lunch, so you put a little X-Lax in it so you can figure out who it is.
I won't go into a lot of detail, but a eyedropper of capsaicin oil on your toothbrush is quite the morning.
Oh yes. It's very brutal too. And you only want 1 drop because anything after that's lethal.
I was already
the more you know.
I was already packed up and gone.
Yeah.
A lot of his revenge involves food. That's real easy.
All right. All right. Yeah. All right. And I'm looking at comments here on the podcast broadcast stream. Shout out to Tommy, who just got out of jail, Facebook jail from Yuma, Arizona. So I don't know why I said that on the air. Let's keep the conversation moving. We got more coming up next. Beefy Presents. Don't go away. Oh, yeah. Here's nothing about nothing. Because Tommy's comment here, getting rid of meth and fentanyl in Yuma. What? Yeah. I'm trying to follow you here. Whatever the conversation was over in our comments, but no, nothing. That's fine. You're good. All right. Earlier this morning, we did do Tap Out, of course, with Lindy from Thunder Bacon Burger Company. And it was actually a pretty good round where Gabriel, he knew his celebrity beefs. And I felt like it would be just a great time since Lindy at Thunder Bacon Burger Company is now introducing larger patties. You get the 1/4 pound patty. And if you want to double it up, get yourself a man burger, you're going to double up those patties. So you can still have a double cheeseburger, but it'll be 2 1/4 pound patties. And by my math, that's a 1/2 pound.
Yeah, we'll actually, we are making the patties bigger on the current burgers. So the build's a little different because we were doing 2 smaller smash patties.
Okay.
Technically, for what our price now, we're actually having a bigger patty on there. And then you'll be able to upgrade to the 1/2 pound. And but we should have that menu set and ready to roll by the end of next week. So it'll be before our the 16th of October, the anniversary.
Right.
So currently we're running the new patties just to get it all, set and down. But you'll be able
always looking out for the customer.
Come in and upgrade to more beef soon.
Yeah. So right now, this is the goat that I had this morning, that I'm continuing to have this morning, which is goat cheese, bacon, bacon is new. We talked about that. And our chunks instead of strips, and they're just kind of crispier, chunkier, more flavor. And now I'm eating while talking. So let me get right into this Tap Out. Tap Out was a fun round this morning. So I want to share it with you here and show Gabriel's quest to answer all 5 questions correctly and get $100 and be our first $100 winner in quite some time. Was he able to do it? We'll find out in this clip of Tap Out. Check it out. Let me eat this.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
Yes, Rock 102.1 KFMA. 600 KFMA is the phone number. That's 600-5362. Did I forget the phone number? But either way, you guys are calling. First person who could correctly guess this first question will be our contestant in Tap Out. We have Lindy from Thunder Bacon Burger Company in studio. And our categories today, because the Thunder Bacon Burger Company uses 2 beef patties, right? Every single burger is 2 beef patties.
So, well, we kind of upgraded the size.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now they are a full quarter pound, and then you can upgrade to a double patty, which will now be a half pound here coming in the next week or so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, in honor of that, our category today is celebrity beefs. Okay, so these are people who have a problem with each other. We'll go to the phone lines. Rock 102.1, who's this?
This is Melissa.
All right, Melissa. Lindy's going to ask you this question or give you this clue of a celebrity beef. You have 5 seconds to guess who the celebrities are that have a problem with each other. If you get it correctly, you're going to be our contestant and be able to answer more questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Lindy, go ahead and give her the clue.
All right, first question. This late night beef started when this NBC employee got passed over for the Tonight Show host gig.
Ooh.
Oh, so sorry. Ran out of time. I got to go to the next phone call here. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Anthony.
All right, Anthony. Lindy's going to ask you this question again. If you could answer correctly, you're going to be our contestant. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Lindy.
All right. This late night beef started when this NBC employee got passed over for the Tonight Show host gig.
Ooh. Jimmy Fallon?
Unfortunately, incorrect. Jimmy Fallon has no beef. All right, Rock 102.1. Do you know this answer to the first question?
I do.
All right, what is it?
Jay Leno and Conan O'Brien.
That is incorrect.
What?
It was close. It was close.
About
Yeah,
half
Jay Leno.
right.
Jay Leno has beef with a lot of people.
Yeah,
Rock
he does.
102.1. Who's this?
Gabriel.
All right, Gabriel. Do you know the answer to the first question?
No, I was going to say Jay Leno too. David Letterman.
Jay Leno, David Letterman is correct.
There
Yes,
we
so we
go.
gave you that one. All right, so Gabriel, here's the deal. You're our contestant for Tap Out. We're going to ask you more questions here during commercial break. For every question you get right, you're going to get yourself another $20 gift certificate to Thunder Bacon Burger Company, the best burgers on 4th Avenue. But if you tap out, then the rest goes to our scavengers. That means we have a bunch of gift certificates to give away. We'll find out how well Gabriel does after the break. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right. So we are back, and I'm going to just go right into recording it. Gabriel is still there. Is it Gabriel or Gabriel?
Yep. Gabriel.
All right,
Yeah,
cool. Awesome. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're back with Gabriel on the phone. He is our contestant for Tap Out. We have Lindy from Thunder Bacon Burger Company here, and the categories are celebrity beefs. So the clues are for celebrities who have a problem with one another. For every question Gabriel gets right, he'll score himself another $20 gift certificate to Thunder Bacon Burger Company. But if he doesn't know the answer, he could either tap out. But if he answers incorrectly, he gets nothing. Lindy, are you ready to ask the next question?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. 5 seconds on the clock. We'll begin when he's finished asking this question. Gabriel, good luck.
All right, here's question number 2. The hip hop feud that started the East Coast versus West Coast war.
Biggie.
You say Tupac and Biggie?
Yeah.
That is correct.
There we go.
All right, there you go. $40 in your bank. Okay, so now you got $40 in gift certificates to Thunder Bacon Burger Company. You must tap out if you don't know this next answer to get those $40 in gift certificates. Okay, Gabriel?
Okay.
All right, good luck. Lindy, go ahead and ask that next question.
All right, number 3. They were family until their egos were too big to both star in the Fast and Furious franchise.
Lindy of the Rock.
That is correct.
Yes.
Oh, yes. All right, Gabriel, you know your beef so far. You're up to $60 in gift certificates at Thunder Bacon Burger Company. Here's the next question with 5 seconds on the clock. Go ahead, Lindy.
All right, number 4. The drummer for 90s grunge legends and the lead singer's widow hate each other over businesses or business disagreements.
Dave Grohl.
Oh, that is correct. Oh, yes. Dave Grohl, Courtney Love. All right, you're up to $80, Gabriel. This is a big deal because if you get this next question right, that's the $100 question. All right, but if you don't know the answer, you must tap out within 5 seconds or you don't get anything. Are you ready?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, Lindy, ask him the $100 question.
All right. One of the greatest rivalries in sports history, which turned even more bitter after it was over. The two were actually friends for a time, with one even lending the other money after he was unable to box for refusing to participate in the Vietnam War.
Tap out. Oh, almost got the $100 question, but you did tap out with $80 in gift certificates to Thunder Bacon Burger Company. Lindy, tell them what the answer is, please.
Actually, it's Ali and Frazier.
That's right. Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. They had a great relationship until Muhammad Ali kept running his mouth after they fought. And Joe Frazier hated Ali so much that even after Ali got Parkinson's, he was still like, fuck that guy. Yeah. So fun facts. Gabriel, stay on the line. You got yourself $80 in gift certificates. And then I need you to give me a number between 1 and 10.
7.
7. Caller number 7. You're going to be our lucky scavenger. 600 KFMA. Call now. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. That was Tap Out. Tap Out. Yeah.
You made the wrong person mad.
All right, we are back here live on the podcast broadcast, and shout out to whoever called in to try to answer that first question. Yes, the first celebrity beef was Jay Leno and David Letterman, and then later on, the beef was Jay Leno and Conan O'Brien, if you recall, because Conan O'Brien was hosting the Tonight Show for about 8 months, and Jay Leno was like, "Yeah, I kind of want it back, and I'll take it back," and so he did.
Screwed him.
Like, I need more cars.
Yeah.
He does. He has all the cars, man.
Oh man, it's an impressive garage.
Who do you think won in the long run between David Letterman, Conan O'Brien, and Jay Leno?
David Letterman.
Yeah,
I think so.
Why?
Well, I mean, what's Jay Leno doing now?
Driving a million different cars, counting money. Yes,
fair enough.
Wearing enough. He has enough jean shirts, jeans, and jean jackets.
Yes,
all the denim
for the rest of his life. He's good.
Apparently, that's back in style. It's not a faux pas anymore. The Canadian tuxedo is something that you can wear.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Ozzy Osbourne has 50 pairs of those black slacks.
Yeah,
he found something. He's like, this is the best thing ever, and just made sure he never runs out.
Right.
Got a lifetime supply.
I if I had the ability.
Yes,
I 100%. You'd see me in the same damn thing every day.
But I think Letterman won just because Letterman's still relevant, very relevant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I would say so is Conan, but we'll see. You know what? At the end of the day, they all three won because they all got a buttload of money, and now they can do whatever they want. I'm going to share this screen. This is the legit thing that we're going to talk about on the air for a couple minutes, real quick. It is a trip, and I do have a theory because I'm a conspiracy theorist at heart. 3 seconds before we get on the air. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents on the podcast broadcast. What we're looking at here is a new logo. Can you see it? And Lindy, you have to go all the way around to Weirdo's computer.
Oh, no, I got it.
Yeah. This is a government agency's updated logo. Okay. The agency is the National Intelligence Manager for Aviation. All right. On the website, it features what looks to be a flying saucer. All right. Now, there hasn't been any official comment from the office regarding the new logo, but obviously they are all in on the UFO thing. And during a congressional hearing in May, 2 U.S. defense intelligence officers say the Pentagon is committed to understanding what we are officially referred to as unidentified aerial phenomena. Now, with these government logos being updated and putting UFO like or UAO or UAFs or whatever the F, they're essentially just getting us ready. Experts are now saying that we should have alien contact or know about alien life within the next 10 years. I think the reality of this is they've already known and had this contact for decades now, if not longer, right? And proof of extraterrestrial life could be going back centuries. But you can't just one day say, hey, surprise world, there's aliens all around us, because people would freak the F out, right?
Yeah.
So the only way to really reveal this information is to slow it in. It's basically like dipping your toe in the pool before getting all the way in. You know, getting people used to the idea that this is a reality. Now, this is an official government logo that they're showing, and you could see clear as day a straight up Bob Lazar style UFO. It's the flying saucer, stereotypical. And then they show other airplanes, and it's like, hey, yeah, this is the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. The NIM Aviation is the name of that. And then there's another logo right here.
I mean, I see that, and it's like, is that like so the planes they're using? To me,
yeah,
other than the UFO, actually, which the UFO would probably be an outdated, picture,
right?
Look, or for something that's new. I mean, I don't know planes very well, but just off. That's an F-14 Tomcat to me.
Yeah, which one? The one right? Well,
in the middle.
In the middle. The blue.
I don't know what the F-22s look like from the top, but to me, that looks like a swept wing Tomcat. That's an old bomber. And then I'm assuming maybe a glider.
Here's what I see. So, and you follow my little arrow right here. Mm-hmm. So this is commercial airplane right here, like a Boeing. All right. Yep. This, what would you call this one?
I mean, to me, it looks like an old Tomcat.
Okay.
They stopped, the Raptor, I believe, replaced it.
Right, military style. This one right here, this one's odd to me as well, because this seems like this could be a UFO, even though it's not blatantly a UFO like the saucer that's to the left of this picture.
It looks like a paper airplane.
But it's not, obviously. That's not part of the department. But
when your arrow was on top of that arrow, it looked like a dragon for a minute. Until you moved, I'm like, they got dragons too. This is great.
I think it's interesting how they have the streak kind of curve to the right and then go up, like a quick, fast, rapid movement, like a stealth bomber. I don't know if they could do that. And this final one is a satellite, right? So these are all things in the sky. And then you got the UFO. So again, these are government logos. And of course, we got our Space Force. We have things like that. It's essentially just a slow introduction into letting us know and acknowledging that there's life on other planets that's been visiting this planet. What do you think about that? You can check out the logo on the podcast broadcast stream right now, youtube.com/beefvegan, and sound off in the comments below. We're going to take a quick break, keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, and be back with your beef tip right after this. All right. So yeah. So what do you think this is? And then commenters, streamers, I'm looking for you as well. The blue one where it goes up and it goes boop and then over.
I think we're talking about this the morning after I watched Moonfall.
Yeah, that's it.
The moon.
I mean, unless we find out that this is just a huge troll, you know what I mean?
No, I mean, it's an official logo. And like I said, the second post that they go, this is from the actual website. And this is a message from the executive director talking about the, updated logos. And that's how it is. So it's part of their national logo. And it's something that you can find on their government websites. So it's not an April Fool's joke. It's not an elaborate prank. It is just their logo now.
Honestly, at this point, like, just come out with it, yay or nay, or the only thing I'm really interested in is lightsabers.
Yes, I know. But, people, like, first off, it's going to fuck people's heads, and religious people, it's going to make them question everything that they know or been taught about what we know about the history of man. And so say us, we're kind of like-minded people, right? So open to the idea of evolution, things like that. There are people out there that believe humanity is only 2,000 years old or a little bit older than that, right? And strictly Bible talk, and not even, and just ignoring, the historical landmarks and the timestamps on those.
And dinosaurs.
The people that deny the existence of dinosaurs. So you tell them that there's UFOs, flying phenomenon, and spacecraft that have been visiting this planet for years, and the microwave is because of that technology or other shit, and I'm just speculating and guessing. They're going to freak the fuck out, man. Their head might literally explode.
Good, do it. Like, seriously, I mean, at some point, it's I just
Lindy's speeches. But I mean, there's still going to be the deniers, just like there is now. I mean, what was that movie that just had like Leonardo DiCaprio all that?
Don't look up. It's a shitty
don't
movie.
Look up.
Then they should probe those people first.
Right.
If you deny it, you get probed. I think that's a fair agreement there.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some people out there that want to get probed. You can't put, a requirement on getting probed.
You're absolutely right about that.
There will be porn channels. There will be porn channels dedicated to it.
Sorry,
so,
we're starting the probe channel.
Yeah. I'm saying,
go get the rights to it right now.
with the advanced technology of any kind of outside, intelligence, if they're able to make it to this planet and they say, hey, can we probe you? I feel like they would have some medical resources to go along with that. Get in there deep and then be like, boom, we fixed this, and this. I'm like, yeah, probe away then.
Really, I'm thinking there's some unresolved issues on our end with that, and the technology mandates more Star Trek, where they're just gonna scan us.
That's true. They will. Yeah, almost there. All right, Lindsay commented. She said, "My crazy mind during yesterday's hit, if it was able to move the asteroid, because did you see that NASA was able to fly a rocket into an asteroid, which is good because then it builds up a defense of a potential dangerous asteroid, and who knows, maybe if that was one of the cases. But of course, everyone's talking about Armageddon because of that, because it's called back to Bruce Willis. If it was able to move the asteroid, did we just move it into another life form's orbit? Now they're like throwing the logo out there, like we are expecting company for our bad decisions. Yes, I was drunk during this thought. Yeah. Well, again, yeah, like really they are
not a bad thought.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really just want to go on that, I mean, really, you have to look at it as we are going to do that because we're selfish and we are the only thing out here, and then we'll deal with the consequences later, I guess. So I mean, that's they changed the trajectory of it.
Yeah. Well, and then maybe it'll land on Mars. But yeah, I mean, everything we do, we end up being the assholes. And I'm sure everything the government does, maybe purposely, are being assholes about it. So yeah, maybe they're like, yeah, this asteroid's coming towards us, but guess what? Fuck you, Jupiter. I don't know. So, but it was pretty cool to see. And
maybe one of their rings needed one more.
Yeah. Add that to the trajectory. There's been a lot of cool science and NASA images lately, and I hope you guys have been paying attention to that because it's been pretty beautiful to see that. And a trip. But the fact that they had that successful asteroid movement, I guess would be good news. But also, it always makes me kind of paranoid. Like, you're doing it now because why? Like, was it on a trajectory towards us? And you weren't just telling us. So we're like, we're just gonna do an exercise, everybody. Have no fear. We're just gonna test this out, see if this works. When really, what if behind the scenes you're like, fuck, it's coming. We need to do something now.
This is it.
Right. And the technology was able to figure it out. So, all right, what else do we miss today? So yeah, my conspiracy theorist mind says they're slowly getting us ready for the UFOs. Let's see some other headlines. Let's do a Hollywood minute real quick.
All right.
All right, here's what's making headlines in Hollywood. Brad Pitt and model Emily Ratajkowski apparently possibly might be dating in secret. Although an insider claims that Brad still is an exclusive right now, so good for him. Brad's 58 years old. Emily is recently going through a divorce and only 31 years old and one of the hottest women on the planet. This is a rebound for Brad Pitt, who had his mind fucked by Angelina Jolie. So game on. I couldn't be happier. Kim Kardashian has to take off her top when she texts because she wears built-in gloves.
What?
Yeah. Which makes me want to, if I'm ever around Kim Kardashian, I just started like hitting people up to text her immediately. Yeah.
Lindy's so confused.
I know. All right. Well, we're running out of time for that anyways. All right. Rock 102.1 KFMA. I'm just confusing Lindsay on the way out, or Lindy with my
going back to work.
Yeah. Sorry. The two things I want to share with you before we wrap things up. Keep an eye out for Thunder Bacon Burger Company's new burgers. The burger of the month is going to start in October. You can still get the goat right now. If you like M&M's Lose Yourself, you might be a psychopath. Just want to throw that out there. That's according to the University of New York. They did a survey, 200 people, with one goal to find out who's a psychopath. And the people that came back saying they wanted to lose themselves to the music, to the moment, then they owned it. They're like, yeah, you're crazy. So that's there. And here's your beef tip. I'm all over the place today. There's 4 random things you should never flush down the toilet. All right. Food, hair, chewed gum, and medicine. What else would you add to that list, Lindy?
Screwdriver.
Yeah.
My hopes and dreams.
Yeah. So those are things that you don't want to flush down the toilet. There's your beef tip. Lindy, thanks for coming in, dude.
Hey, thank you. Can I do one shameless little plug here?
Yeah, please do.
So we have a limited edition Thunder Bacon t-shirt that you can actually order online. Go to our Facebook page. In the spirit of we are in Halloween this month.
Oh yeah.
It is our Hail Bacon Pentagram t-shirt.
See how excited Weirdo got, and she doesn't even eat bacon like a weirdo.
I do eat bacon.
Oh, that's the only thing you can eat.
So the link is on our Facebook page, I believe. Check out our social media.
All right, and we'll share that on the KFMA page too if you're already fans of us there. But it's Thunder Bacon Burger Company, and they're located on 4th. Check them out. Best burgers on 4th Avenue, I guarantee it. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Tomorrow morning we'll continue to give away tickets for Jack White. Till then, Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time.
Nailed it.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
But
immediately go
if
get
you
two
mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.